Vision Gaming have the 1 game advantage.
All right, so Alpha, not something we saw in WESG Canada, not something we've seen here in the USA to date. This is a brand new pick, and I'm really curious where it's going to go. So Neon Fire actually going to be off laning with it here?
Yep, he's going to be bringing it into the lane. Is starting off with the weapon power, but we've seen the Crystal Jewels start off with the very same items. So it'll be interesting to see if he does go into that Crystal route or stick with the weapon power and be like more of that bruiser type alpha that, you know, historically has been very strong.
Yeah, I do remember the 3v3 days with this alpha, but again, like, surprise picks. Could they be throwing a wrench in the works?
I mean, they already are by just picking the alpha. That alone is putting a wrench in the works. I don't think that's something that Tribe were going to be expecting.
Chuck, so far, double Crystal to start off with his Idris. Now, will we see a double Divergent? I'm going to be a bit more on the fence about it, but a Crystal, I think, goes very well here because you already have the Yates and the Reza.
Is this going to be a weapon Reza from T-Tigers as well? Double Crystal Blades up for all 3 of Zelciar, T-Tigers, and Old School. So this could very well be the weapon Reza. You know, with the tension bow change on 3.8, weapon Reza became a dominant force. Actually, a lot of players were kind of, you know, started experimenting with it and found that it's actually really effective because you play just as a straight up assassin. You dive in, get your burst damage, and then jump back out.
Well, again, you know, by the time we get to that first items phase with the shops, we'll have a bit more of an idea. But Old School up top, going to be very happy just to kind of go up against Neon Fire right now. Might not be getting a kill anytime soon, but the push should be real for him. Yeah,
Neon Fire is going to have to really be careful when he does go in for those last hits, especially if T-Tigers is going to be hanging out with Old School a lot here as well. Having that, you know, extra little bit of a range poke from the Reza can just make life very difficult for the Alpha. On the bottom side, that's what TiVo and Delphi are going to have to be, you know, basically matching that level of pressure.
Yep, absolutely. And we saw with this pressure, about a 4-minute first turret. It did actually go over to the Tribe. Vision picked up theirs at the 6 mark, and we're just a little bit away from that for now. But people are going home. They're starting to solidify into tier 2s, like Hammy, for example, coming back with a little bit of attack speed, has himself that tier 2 there
going for
on
the
top of it.
Alternating Current.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As is tradition with a Crystal Vox. Alternating Current first item, get that attack speed, get that little bit of extra damage. Chuck is going full on Crystal for now.
It's a bit short.
But that's, you know, that's again expected. You need to get that ranged attack online on Idris as early as you can if you're going to be going Crystal or Hybrid. Getting the ranged attack is the priority.
Right, and he's just what, one bit or tier 2 away from unlocking the Divergent Path, which would be a good boon for the first fight when they do get down to it. So Delphi and TiVo, as you can see, just making sure they throw up some of that pressure. We got a camera there at the jungle camps and one up here as well, just watching Old School take it, and not much Neon Fire can really do.
Yeah, and keep in mind, last game Old School was just constantly taking away the enemy jungle camps and just getting himself actually a big CS lead. Neon Fire has the reboot, so he's going all in on Old School, but doesn't hit the prime directive. Doesn't need it as he turns and gets the first blood. 1v1.
Even the CSGO crowd heard that one. Okay, yeah. After that miss, Neon Fire kind of thought his goose was cooked right there, but he pops the flash, turns right back around. I think he even caught Old School a bit more unprepared on that one, and that weapon early focus ends up paying off.
Yeah, and I think that using the flask really did catch Old School off guard because he had the reboot. He knew if he went down, he was almost certainly going to get back up. Old School had cover coming. He had help right around the corner and was probably thinking, okay, I'll get him dropped into the reboot. He's just going to let it happen. And then with the help, we will be able to secure the kill. Instead, Neon Fire turns it around and gets that first blood. Now T-Tigers, he's going to be going down as well.
Not a great start for Tribe once more. Vision Gaming really kind of taking control, but 4 minutes in, the turrets are still standing, but 2 extra kills is really starting to put on that hurt. Now Hammy in the mid with Shaded Talent, they're not looking super healthy here either, but their turret is basically pristine at this point.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, Shaded Talent has that sigil put down. You mentioned they weren't looking too healthy. All of a sudden, Hammy's back almost at full,
Lyra.
just from one sigil getting thrown down. So not really going to be under too much duress there in the mid lane. Chuck did get the Divergent Path online, so he does at least have the ranged attack. Now Neon Fire spotting Old School here again. He's going to look to take away these camps, maybe go for that 1v1 again. we'll have to see. He does get the Treant, so he at least, you know, gets that victory. Old School does just quickly go back to lane and says, you know what, I don't want any part of this.
Yeah, no dice, no dice. Neon Fire does actually have that tier 2 weapon sitting here pretty, so very likely it is going to be a bit more of that weapon, perhaps a bit tanky. But
Serpent's Mask first item is where it looks like he's going, just to have that extra sustain, that extra durability, the ability to go in and just clean out the minions without having to worry about getting traded upon.
Yeah, and Hammy just, again, sitting pretty. What's the CS sitting right now? 53. Nobody's coming close to that.
Yeah, the closest to that is actually Old School. Once again, Old School
in the top.
out-CSing his mid laner, which is just so impressive. I mean, Old School, there's a reason why he is widely regarded as the best bottom laner in the game. Because of the fact that he's able to get so much gold onto him.
Yeah, those jungle invades stack up. So when you look at the gold difference, you know, 2 kills, a little bit of pressure here and there, and some last hits. It's about 300 or so. Zelsior, he's going to come down low. It's not going to be a kill, but again, like, these little advantages are starting to add up, and Vision's starting to really put on some hurt.
I love how aggressive TiVo is being with those stakes from Silvernail. It makes it so difficult for Zelsior to stick around and defend against that turret. You see, he had to go back. They're immediately putting pressure on it. Tribe is doing the same on the opposite side, though, so the turrets will get traded. But the fact that now, if they want to keep TiVo in this bottom lane, he can continue to make life extremely difficult for Zelsior. I'm
a little surprised with Tribe Gaming showing 2 top and a Zelsior bottom who was defending lane, that after the turret push here from TiVo down south, didn't actually have mid collapse for Ghostwing.
Yeah,
they had a lot of opportunity, I feel, with 3 people on the map not able to quickly respond.
Yeah, mid collapse or even just continue pushing. Like, there's times when you have these advantages, you have a brief numbers advantage, take advantage of that. And, you know, with 2 top, yes, you're going to be putting yourself into a 2v1 situation, but you have Neon Fire with the Serpent's Mask completed. He can hold his own in a 2v1 for a fair bit of time.
All right, but yeah, it's a lost opportunity at this point. Just have to set up for the next one. You can see Delphi actually up top putting pressure as Hammy is farming that mid. But just like what we saw with Tribe picking up the bottom turret quick, it's TiVo actually camping the jungle down there. So Delphi is now free to kind of go to the other lane, support those other lanes as TiVo's looking to get his items up.
Yeah, T-Tiger's trying to invade into the mid lane, forces out the portal from Shaded Talent. It's going to be low on energy now as they look for the Crystal Treant.
Can't portal in.
Yeah, no portal available, but Hammy tries to throw out the wait for it. Does not get it. And so that will be a Treant stolen. But now they have positional advantage over this mid and bottom side of the map.
Now, Zelsior did actually abandon that bottom lane to come into this mid. This could be a 4v3 collapse, but the Crystal Treant, is it worth it? Doesn't look like Vision's actually going to force the issue.
Yeah, they know the numbers were not on their side. They're going to give it up, but they're keeping this pressure onto Old School. Again, they know that Old School is incredible at getting these last hits and keeping his CS numbers up, so they're trying to disrupt this as much as they can. You see, it's actually now even with TiVo, 64 apiece, so they've been able to do that fairly well these last couple minutes, and now finding a lot of damage on Chuck. Burst of Judgment is going to keep them at bay, but the ultimate from Silvernail knocking him away. Chuck is in trouble. He's going to go down. T-Tigers will take down Hammy, but TiVo will answer. Now Zelsior is going to get the double stun, but he's on his own, and they're going to continue to chase him down, getting some slows. TiVo looking to get in range, keep this damage up. Shaded Talent just constantly slowing Zelsior and allowing TiVo to chase.
Yeah, and with that speed up, it's just going to be, it might be a little bit prolonged, but they do get it. And the top turret to drop there as well. Vision was a 3-man squad down there. So not only do they get the kills and they turn the tide of battle, they pick up a turret, they're putting on pressure. TiVo now getting that jungle, probably cleaning up that bottom lane, going home, getting himself a nice fat bonus.
Yeah, he has, he just actually almost bought himself the Tornado Trigger. It looks like that's going to be his second item, just starting to get those crits online, get that attack speed up, get those double shots out more and more frequently. The Silvernail is going to start getting real scary.
Absolutely will, and if there's no answer to it, then Tribe's in trouble. Like, if there's no answer to the item gains that we're seeing here from Vision, and on top of that, Lyra has the portal in. So it's not like they have to approach Tribe conventionally. You see that burst going off, portal in, stun, silence, whatever you got. You know, perhaps we will see that no wave situation a little bit later on. Like, that kind of easy access into the backline of Tribe when Tribe has an item disadvantage is scary.
Yeah, that's going to be Hammy actually getting pulled in by Yates, stunned up pretty lengthily, but they can't get the kill. Same story as game 1. Hammy is just surviving, takes one with him, and now Old School is the target. He's going to fall as well. This is just looking like deja vu for Cork.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Big Silence slow, and the Churn Walker showing promise. It's not going to be that ace because the Reza does actually survive here with the T-Tigers, but
it's a Ghost Wing or mid-turret.
Absolutely.
Or both.
Yeah. Why not both, Fagan?
Yeah.
Why not both?
They've got minions pushing up. They've in the bottom lane as well. They're going to start up this Ghost Wing. I like this call, though. They knew T-Tigers, T-Tigers went up to the top lane. They knew he was the lone survivor. He was going to try and get a push going. They send the Alpha, they send the Unfire up to stop that push and prevent it from happening. Unfortunately, they aren't going to actually get the Ghost Wing out of this now. They kind of moved towards the mid lane. Looked like they were going to try and take that mid turret and then made the call to go to Ghost Wing. So that little bit of a hesitation going to prevent them from actually getting either objective.
No, Hammy wasn't there either, right? He had to respawn, do the Walk of Shame, and he's Crystal anyways. So, all right, fine. They don't quite get as much as they potentially could have, but still they're sitting pretty. 10-2 at 11 minutes. It's a really good KDA right now. And 3,000 gold. We have second items online. You got the Tornado Trigger there from TiVo. We just answered that now from Old School. And at the same time, again, like Hammy is working on item number 3, Bacon.
Yeah, he is very, very far. I mean, so is TiVo, though. TiVo doing a great job with his itemization. Old School also working towards that third item. And Chuck is going to be getting there soon. Looks like he is going to be going for that hybrid Idris where he goes for both the weapon and the crystal path.
Okay, double divergent. Why not? Last note of the farm, TiVo and Hammy now eclipsing all of Tribe.
Yep.
There is nobody touching these guys in their numbers.
Yeah, that is a very good spot to be in. I mean, Chuck and Old School are both fairly close to TiVo, but, you know,
yeah, portal.
Yeah, just completely caught him out. Absolutely, the Old School just getting caught, and that's one of the strengths of the portal. And you know, there's not that much mobility. T-Tigers gonna try and get out, gets pulled back by the Churn Walker. The Sigil's gonna get the movement speed, keep Delphi and the rest of the team on them. T-Tigers will get stunned by the Trespass and will go down. 2 quick kills for Vision. And that's going to be a Ghost Wing.
Yeah, sorry, I think I actually startled you, Andrew Cameron, guy with that. But they popped the boots. They used the river, they popped the boots, they got down there, said that's not even enough. Lyra bumped right on top of him. 3 people, what do you do? Like, there's nothing you can do to that right now when you are this disadvantageous.
Yeah, no reflex blocks to get out of a sticky situation. The only reflex block on the side of Tribe is going to be that Crucible that Gabe Vissel has.
That's a big difference as well. There's not double Crucible or reflexes.
Yeah,
wow.
It's only a single Crucible for Tribe. Whereas you look at Vision, they have the Crucible from Shaded. You have a reflex block on Delta. You have a reflex block on TiVo. They are able to survive crowd control, and there's not even that much crowd control for them to worry about. They really,
pure damage.
You have just the Verse of Judgment, and then you have Zelciar on the Yates. That's the only crowd control available to Tribe.
All right, well, Tribe, so far this second draft, not putting up better numbers. That is ridiculous, big. And TiVo just really taking down Chuck right there. Second item for Tigers.
He doesn't even have a Tyrant's Monocle yet.
No.
He doesn't even have the crit damage amplification.
I don't think he actually crit there at all. One crit could have been like 10% right there.
Yeah,
easy.
TiVo's damage is going to be getting pretty ridiculous. Portal on in. They lock down the members. Zelciar is going to be going down low, but Chuck is the primary target. Old School is going to be focused on next. They're diving under the turrets. Hammy doesn't even care about the turret damage. Gets out alive. Gabe Vissel with the Verse will land 1 stun, but it's not enough. And Tribe Gaming are melting.
First ace of the series, let alone the game. Hammy survives, skin of his teeth, no problem. But the ace is a big deal. They took that turret. They had the Lyra opportunity to get in. It's basically 5v4 every fight because either Chuck or Old School or both are going down pretty much immediately. And now a Black Claw to the victors of Vision Gaming on that fight. 17-2 is a scary number at 14 minutes in.
Vision Gaming, their target priority is immaculate this series thus far. Through these first 2 games, every single time. Game 1, it was Old School. First and foremost, every single fight, and then go after Chuck. This time around with Chuck on the Idris, they seem to be just diving onto Chuck immediately and then switched our target over to Old School. Black Claw is going to be getting onto the armory turret. Barely touched. There's the portal in. They're looking for another fight. Chuck nearly down. He's going to use the ultimate just to survive as long as he can. He does get out, but Old School has gone down. Neon Fire diving onto the fountain for that one. Hammy somehow still alive through all of this as they find 3 kills, and Vision Gaming may just look to end.
Yeah, this is a pretty good point to end here, Bacon. 3 people down, a very healthy Black Claw to go through. Shutdown spree finally as the 3rd kill of the game for Tribe. But it's just not enough. Hammy is still alive and still living, gets himself the ace. Sure, that's icing on top. That's a Game 2 victory.
That is incredible. Vision Gaming are just dismantling Tribe through these first 2 games. And I don't know, Tribe, they have to figure something out and figure it out in a hurry.
I don't want to be a broken record, Bacon, but Vox, Crystal, Hammy is a winning combination this entire weekend.
It absolutely needs to be banned in game number 3. If it is not banned, then that is Tribe